Going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Browns video for you guys. And we are now officially just 1 week away from the 2025 NFL Draft, which means we are 1 week away from finding out who the Cleveland Browns will be taking with the second overall pick. Now, I know some people are out there thinking, what if the Browns trade down? Well, we'll be 1 week away from finding out who the Cleveland Browns will be taking with whatever pick they trade down to. But based off of what I've heard recently from Andrew Berry and company, I highly doubt they'll trade down from 2 unless a team offers them the moon, the sun, and the stars. You know, or as they say in The Godfather, an offer that they couldn't refuse. Which sounds like Andrew Berry is pretty locked in at 2 overall. And I think he knows who he's going to take. And the thing about Andrew Berry is, he'll give you signs. You just got to pay attention. Yep. So, today was Andrew Berry's pre-draft press conference. And boy, did he have a lot to say. Now, I'm not going to go over everything that he said, just the main points. So, with that being said, before I get into the main part of this video, as always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell, as we're a week away from the draft, and I already know this upcoming week is going to go by so freaking slow. But also, it's going to be absolutely loaded with silliness. Rumors and crap is going to be flying left and right. And it's crazy that we have yet to see a trade involving a first-round pick. Like, we're a week away from the draft, and every team has their original first-round pick in this year's draft. Now, we'll see how long that lasts. It might even last until a few picks into the draft. Once these guys start coming off the board, we might start seeing trades coming left and right. Who knows, right? But if there's one thing I know, these front offices are working. Yep. Now, getting into what Andrew Berry talked about in his press conference, the first thing from Mary Kay Cabot, and I quote, Browns GM Andrew Berry said they're done with private workouts with NFL draft prospects. So yeah, top 30 visits, workouts, they're done. Now it's time to build up your draft board and start working on your draft strategy. You know, because next week is the culmination of the last few months of draft prep. And honestly, I'm excited to see what the Browns do at 2 overall. Although, like I said, I think they know what they're going to do. And again, Andrew Berry will give you signs. You just got to pay attention. Yep. You got to know what you're looking for. Because he'll let you know without actually saying it. It's the way he is. He'll leave breadcrumbs. You just got to know his tendencies, right? But yeah, they're done with private workouts. And speaking of private workouts, here's the list of their top 30 visits. I'm pretty sure this is the full list, but there might be some names missing. But the main guys, of course, Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, of course, Tyler Shough. Swear to God. Don't even think about it, Andrew. Don't even think about it. You know what I'm talking about. Taking Tyler Shough at 2. Or even 33. If you want to see me crash the hell out on Cam, take Tyler Shough at 2. See what happens. Yeah, do it. For my computer's sake, and my phone's sake, and my TV's sake, and for my sake, my sanity, don't take Tyler Shough with 2 or 33. God forbid they trade up for him. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't. Other names that the Browns met with, Tess Johnson, that's an interesting one. Nick Martin, Isaiah Bond, Harold Fanine. local tight end from Bowling Green. Okay. Really interesting prospect there. One of the top tight ends in the nation last year, believe it or not. Even better than Tyler Warren. Who would have thought? Omar Norman Lott from Tennessee, defensive tackle. How about this? Running back Quinshon Judkins from The Ohio State University. One of the few Ohio State players that the Browns actually met with. I think they also met with Jordan Hancock, too. Kind of surprised they didn't meet with Will Howard. Unless they met with them behind closed doors and no one knew about it. I don't know. Didn't hear anything about it if it happened. Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe, Derek Harmon. Another interesting name for like the third or fourth round, maybe even second round. Who knows? I could see them taking him with one of their third round picks. They have 2, I believe. So yeah, there's that. Jalen Walker, Mason Taylor. Okay, Elijah Arroyo, Mason Graham. That's an option if the Browns were to trade down from 2. Nick Scorton and Dion Walker. Did you notice something, right? They met with quite a few D linemen. Not too many receivers. And what is that? 1 running back? Yeah. They met with 1 running back on this list. I mean, I'm sure there was probably more, but yeah. It's actually insane. Wow. But they focused heavily on the trenches, which is good. Now, moving on, we got this little piece from Daryl Ryder. Andrew Berry says everyone in QB room, come training camp, will have a chance to compete to be the starter. Makes sense, right? Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, the rookie. They could even draft 2, who knows, right? I think right now the edge would probably go to Joe Flacco by default. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what rookie QB they get, whether it's Jalen Milroe or Shedeur or, God forbid, Tyler Shough. But yeah, they're going to give an equal chance to everybody. And I like that, right? Let them fight it out to see who is worthy of being a starter. Don't just give it to somebody. Let them fight it out. You never know what could happen. Watch it. Can it be Kenny Pickett? Swear to God. Oh, brother. This is going to be an interesting offseason already. Like, once we get in the camp season, oh my God. All right, another thing about the quarterbacks from Mary Kay Cabot, and I quote, Browns' Andrew Berry said the signing of Joe Flacco won't impact their strategy for drafting a QB in this class, which means they could go QB at 2 or 33 or with one of their third round picks, or they could use a day 3 pick on a QB. Yeah, which I didn't think it would affect it, but still, good to know. Now get into the very interesting things that Andrew said. The first of which was this from Cameron Wolfe. Browns GM Andrew Berry says they see Travis Hunter first as wide receiver, second on D. They won't cap him, but notes what he's trying to do hasn't been done in NFL. Berry, it's a little bit like Ohtani. Pitcher or hitter, he's an outstanding player. You get a unicorn if you use him both ways. So we got Andrew Berry out here comparing Travis Hunter to Shohei Ohtani. Like I said, it gives you signs. He wouldn't say that about everybody, right? Straight up gassing up Travis Hunter. Something tells me Travis Hunter will be rocking a Browns draft hat next week. And he'll be walking the stage, shaking Roger Goodell's hand, giving him that classic bro hug, rocking the Browns draft hat. And believe it or not, if it happens, Travis Hunter will be the first Browns draft pick to walk the stage on site at the draft since Denzel Ward. Because if you think about it, 2019, it was Greedy Williams. He wasn't at the draft. Obviously, 2020 was Jed Wills. There was no draft on site. It was all virtual. That was interesting. 2021, it was Greg Newsome. 2022, 2023, and last year, we didn't have a first round pick. So, it's freaking crazy when you think about it. Now, the next big thing that Andrew Berry talked about was this, talking about Jalen Milroe. And I quote, rare physical talent, maybe the only quarterback who's faster than Lamar Jackson. So he compared Travis Hunter to Shohei Ohtani, and he said Jalen Milroe is faster than Lamar Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we know exactly who our top two picks are going to be in the draft. Unless he swerves us and, goes elsewhere, which he has done before. He has us thinking one thing and then he goes and does something else. That's what he does. Wouldn't be surprised. Like here, we're all thinking, oh my God, it's Travis Hunter and Jalen Milroe. I swear, watch it be Abdul Carter and Shedeur Sanders. Watch him pull that off. That'll have Brown's Twitter going nuts, right? Saying that about Jalen Milroe has you thinking, right? I think he even name dropped Jalen Hurts too. Interesting. Some other things he talked about. He gave us an update on JOK's status. Says he's progressing, which he's been saying for the last couple months. And he said about Deshaun Watson, how he doesn't know if Deshaun will even be available, which, regardless of his health, he is not playing this year. He's not. You can't put him on the field after all this crap that's happened. Right? I mean, you went out and got Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett. And then you're going to have a rookie. He is not playing for the Browns ever again. And if I had to guess, my bold prediction is by June 2026, Deshaun Watson will no longer be a member of the Cleveland Browns. They're going to cut him after this season, and he'll be a post-June 1st cut. That's my bold prediction. I put it on video. Y'all can come back to this video when it doesn't happen, which I think it will. We'll see. Now, one more big thing that came out is who the Browns will have at the draft announcing day 2 picks. And according to Daniel Oyefusi, be none other than the Hall of Famer himself, Joe Thomas. Yeah. As from Daniel Oyefusi, and I quote, the NFL announced that Browns legend Joe Thomas will be on site at the draft in Green Bay to announce a pick on day 2. Beautiful. So this most likely means he'll be announcing Jalen Milroe to the Browns. Imagine. That'd be cool. That would be really cool, though. Not going to lie. So, it's pretty much all that was talked about today. And, yeah, we're a week away from the NFL draft. And I have a feeling this upcoming week is going to be the slowest week ever. It's also going to be filled with silliness. A lot of rumors and stuff are going to come out. And we'll see if any trades happen. But yeah, it's going to be a fun week. That's why I always say, be sure as always to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell. Most importantly, turn on post notifications so you know when I go live and when I do videos. Because, again, over the next week, a lot of stuff could come out. The Browns could sign some guys. We could see a trade or two. Who knows? Nobody knows what Andrew Berry's cooking up in that office of his, right? He could be cooking up a trade right now for all we know, and we don't even know about it until boom, it happens. That's the beauty of it, though. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow for the Eastern Conference play-in 8th place game between the Heat and the Hawks. Winner faces the Cavs in the first round. That's probably the next time you'll really see me. I will be going live tonight for the Guardian series recap, and I might even go live to talk about the Blue Jackets once they're done tonight with the Islanders. Give a little, season recap, talk a little bit about the team, moving forward. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this one. As always, let's go Browns. I'm Crazy Dog. Shout out to everyone who watches these videos, and shout out to everyone who's been putting up with my draft content. And I already know you guys realize I've posted a lot more draft content this year compared to last year for obvious reasons. Last year, we didn't have a first round pick. This year, not only do we have a first rounder, we have a top 3 first rounder. So, of course, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Browns. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, I'll see you guys tonight for the Guardians series recap. And then I'll probably go live talking about the Blue Jackets. But yeah, my next big stream will be tomorrow night. Hawks and Heat. Winner faces the Cavs. Let's freaking get it. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns for real. And I'm out of here. Bye-bye.